Hi, it's UHD Carlson here. Warner Brothers is celebrating their 100th anniversary. And we're getting a lot of 4K releases for the first time of many of their classic back catalog pictures. Today we're taking a look at the Best Buy exclusive Steelbook release of one of Warner's biggest and best films, Cool Hand Luke, starring the late great Paul Newman. I'm going to do an unboxing of this release, share my opinion, and let you know what I think. Nice close-up of the cover there with Paul Newman's character. You do have the backing card with the Warner Brothers 100th anniversary logo titled The Film up top. Here is the back of the backing card. On the back here we have a picture of him with the famous quote from the movie. What we've got here is failure to communicate. The line, of course, in the film spoken by Strother Martin, although Paul Newman's character says a variation on it near the end of the film. There's the spine of the Steelbook. Inside here we have our digital copy of the film. We then have our two discs over here. Those include a 4K Ultra High Def disc and the HD Blu-ray disc. Also, just a brief disclaimer that the included Blu-ray disc is identical to the previously released one. You pull those off, and then you got your inner Steelbook art, so I'll show that off here. Nice shot here of all the prisoners hanging out together after a long, hard day of work, presumably. And I'll read the description of the film as follows from the backing card. His crime, nonconformity. His sentence, the chain gang. Paul Newman plays one of his best-loved roles as the loner who can't bend to the arbitrary rules of his captivity. A fine cast, including George Kennedy in his Oscar-winning role, and the indelible Joel Van Fleet gives Newman solid support. Strother Martin is the captain who taunts Luke with the now legendary line, "What we've got here is failure to communicate." With rich humor and vibrant storytelling power, Cool Hand Luke succeeds resoundingly. And there are a lot of other actors that appear in this film as well. I mean, the movie belongs to Paul Newman, but some of the supporting parts are played by actors like Dennis Hopper, Clifton James. You probably remember him as the fat Southern sheriff from those 1970s James Bond movies, and even Harry Dean Stanton in an early role. So, great cast here. It really does a good job setting that stark mood of working day in, day out on a chain gang. Paul Newman's character is certainly one of the most lovable in cinema. He's the guy who just won't give up or give in to authority, and it's something that shows throughout the film. Despite that, he's actually a likable character, which is kind of unbelievable when you think about the themes of this film. Early in the movie, he's cutting the heads off parking meters while drunk, which of course results in his sentence. And his life just goes through all kinds of ups and downs once he hits the prison camp. Needless to say, with his non-conforming attitude, he becomes an immediate target for the guards. Despite this, he does become well-liked by his fellow inmates, although that doesn't stop him from trying to make several escape attempts, which a movie like this kind of has to have. Paul Newman played many great roles over the years, but this may very well be his most legendary, and rightfully so. It's great to see Warner Brothers finally giving this one its 4K debut for their 100th anniversary. And Cool Hand Luke, it's not a movie that's ever going to wow, even in 4K Ultra High Def, but it is the best, most faithful transfer of the film that you can possibly get. And it actually does look very nice with the HDR applied. No Dolby Vision on this, it's just HDR. That seems to be sort of an ongoing trend with Warner Brothers discs, but if they look this good, I'm certainly not complaining. Sadly, the supplement package isn't very good. You just get one making-of featurette that runs about 30 minutes, and then there's a feature-length commentary track. I would have liked to get a little more for the 4K release of the movie, but instead we just get these previously released pieces, which are nice and worth experiencing if you're a fan of the film. But still, I wish they could have done something a little more there. That said, I can still wholeheartedly recommend this disc because it's a great film and certainly the best looking release of it too that we've got to this day. Are you a fan of Cool Hand Luke? Do you think it's Paul Newman's greatest role? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos, and be sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm UHD Carlson. I'll see you next time.